Brenner matchup tonight, indicative of a growing trend. Last season was the 8th straight that teams took more three-pointers than the year before.
Well, Kevin, the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics.
Right.
So more and more teams adopting this pace and space mentality. The interesting thing on the back end of it, Kevin, though, is over the next 3 years, how are teams equipping their rosters with players who are capable of doing this? We're seeing more and more bigs be able to shoot threes. Where the game's going.
Excellent point. So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Robinson. Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point guard. The pass to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but he's willing to rip that rim off.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Nunn, guarded by Bledsoe, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
So it's the Bucks now. Here's Milwaukee now. Inside, Antetokounmpo. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
Unselfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, get them the ball.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Bledsoe. Butler deciding where to go with it. Just 5 to shoot. Over Middleton. And Lopez pulls it down. The Bucks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And Giannis throws it down.
Antetokounmpo, those long strides and then fearless in his attack.
Not a fast start here for the Heat. Looking for their first basket of the game. Butler passes to Nunn. To end the run, Jones trying to get open. Nunn, that's good.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the point is to score, so getting that first one, that always helps.
Now here's Bledsoe. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. He dishes it to Giannis. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Nunn passes to Butler. Great D that time for Middleton.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Shooting one.
And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
Now here's Butler. Boy, he just disappeared against Charlotte, and they really needed him.
Well, he's just really struggling right now, and with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Basket counts.
Butler's just so skilled at finding ways to score inside, utilizes his height and strength well, and varies that release point.
Now here's Bledsoe. He has 5. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Over Jones. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Robinson passes to Nunn. Kicks it to Butler. Lopez with the block.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame. A smart block, if you will.
Five on the clock. Here's Butler, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And, Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
And so Butler nails both of them.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
Now here's Giannis. 8 points for him. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right?
I mean, yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
We get a chance to check out the story on Jimmy Butler. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, putting up about 18 points per, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And, guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Now, here's Adebayo. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Nunn. From deep three-point range, rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and the jam by Bledsoe.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Robinson finds Adebayo. Heat moving the ball around. Robinson against Matthews. Robinson misses. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 17-6 run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Two.
That free throw good from Bledsoe.
He's just such a bulldog out there in terms of his mentality. Eric Bledsoe can get assertive, and when he does that, it raises the level of play for the entire team.
And Eric Bledsoe drops them both. Here's none. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. I caught up with Miami's head coach. Their dilemma tonight, finding an answer for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach said the temptation is to pack the lane, but he's a great passer too, so we have to be careful bringing help. Kevin, we'll see if they can pull that off.
Thank you, David. On defense, Milwaukee. The shot by Butler. Nobody around.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Robinson against Matthews. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot missing. And it's Miami the other way. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Nunn passes to Robinson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Giannis passes to Lopez. The three. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. And the Bucks lead by 14.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
A different look from Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Wesley Matthews. Now here's Dragic. 11-point game his last outing. Pass to Hero. Fires the three. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. DiVincenzo can't hit it. The Heat trail by 14, and Dragic has it in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark. Down low. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
That's tipped. Dragic looking for an opening. 5 to shoot. Olynyk. That one wide left. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee. 16-point lead. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Dragic following the basket by Giannis. Will it go? That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, Dragic is a solid shooter, especially from the mid-range area on the floor.
Bledsoe passes to Ilyasova. Back to Bledsoe. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Olynyk.
Well, the Bucks are in a good spot with a young superstar entering his prime.
And they like the fact that this core has more potential in it. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder as they committed to Lopez. They committed to Chris Middleton. And now they think that they can take the next step with Giannis's growth.
Two.
That free throw good from Bledsoe. Brent, offensive versatility, all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, they're at the rim.
Right.
They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. George Hill's checked in for Eric Bledsoe.
George Hill.
Andre.
Miami with the ball, down by 15. Here's Dragic. That shot, no good. Hill with some nice D.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And it's Dragic off the drive. Excellent D there from Hill. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 16-6 run. Connaughton passes to DiVincenzo. 1:58 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Lopez. Rebound by the Heat. Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Pass to Iguodala. Lets it go from 11. Jump shot is good that time.
Got to watch Iguodala down there, slipping around and capable of finishing in that spot.
1:25 left in the first. Here's DiVincenzo. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. Lopez up top. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Hill, no good. The Heat trail by 15.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Well, he fights through some aggressive defense. Iguodala using those broad shoulders and not taking no for an answer.
Here's DiVincenzo. Here's the teardrop.
Hey, watch Andre.
Iguodala kicks to Dragic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Dragic has got his second basket of the night.
Really nice to see Dragic explore that aspect of his game. The catch-and-shoot J is simply deadly.
Bucks passing it around. The drive by Hill. Here's Lopez. Jay Crowder pulls it in.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Now, here's Dragic. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. From deep. Doesn't go for him. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We'll return shortly. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Miami, we've got Jay Crowder. Dragic is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Silva in at the 4 slot. Here's Dragic. Following the basket by George Hill. Kicks it out to Leonard. Knocks down the 3 ball. Leonard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
A hidden advantage to Leonard hitting that shot as the defense is forced to extend further out. That creates driving lanes for the guards.
It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Iguodala. 4 on the shot clock.
Iguodala demonstrating his defensive prowess yet again. Superb reach on that block.
And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. A 12-point game. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. From down in the low post, it goes. 6 points for Goran Dragic.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
And as most of us expected, Andre Iguodala continues to be a huge factor for anybody that he plays for. With his athleticism waning just a little bit, it's his experience and know-how that impacts the game the most. Just being in the right spot at the right time, taking the right calculated gamble. Andre Iguodala still impacting games at his age.
Two shots.
The first one falls. And for Iguodala, Brent, staying strong late in his career, he claims that taking up golf has helped him.
You know how many NBA coaches have tried to get away with that very same thing, Kevin? Almost all of them. But according to what Andre says, is the more that he goes out and plays golf and challenges himself as he's playing the course and staying with it mentally, he feels like the more that's helping him on the court. And as he gets to this advanced age where athleticism is going away, it's more about the mindset and the mind game. So tee it up. Maybe that's helping Andre in ways that we don't know about. He's still effective.
Milwaukee leading by 12. And it's Korver off the drive. It's hauled in by the Heat. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Butler. outside Dragic. The three. Here's Silva. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Now here's Korver. 23 points for him the last game against Boston. Middleton outside. High, arcing shot. That's tipped. Dragic with it. He's picked up by Hill. Puts it up from 15. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Butler.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
Hill against Dragic. Hill passes to Williams. Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. The Bucks making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. Heat also with the sub. Robinson's checked in. Here is Matthews. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And he is not shy about pulling the trigger from downtown. Matthews has the eye and the confidence from three-point range that you just love to see.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. We all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters. But he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an all-star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time all-star and well-deserved. David, thank you. Hill deciding where to go with it. The dish now to Lopez. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, do you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very, very,
no kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. And he makes the first.
It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Giannis comes in for Williams, and Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for George Hill. He hits both from the stripe. And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
And stolen by Butler. In transition, here comes Miami. And Adebayo throws it down.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Bledsoe passes to Giannis. Now here's Middleton. Nailed from three-point land. Middleton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Tough to contest when a guy that size can get the shot off that quickly. Middleton with a nice quick release.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Bledsoe. Middleton against Butler. Here's the pass to Nunn. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
Now here's Butler. 6 points for him.
And another miss. Woo, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30, that's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he can do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade.
Free throw no good for Giannis. And it wasn't too long ago, Brent, we were wondering what Giannis could do if he bulked up. Well, we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wonder about an MVP in the league. The curious thing, Kevin, was last year after winning that award, Giannis coming out and talking about he's only at 60% of his potential. Can you imagine what's coming down the line if he realizes the other 40? He's something else.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
We talk a lot about Russell Westbrook and the way that he attacks every game. I think in the Eastern Conference, Giannis Antetokounmpo might be the same way, just tenacious and full of energy, and he fills up the stats.
And both free throws good for Giannis.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And they get it. Trying to get open is Adebayo. And it's Butler missing. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
Well, that's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender, who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long three.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Turn me into a giant. I'm on the edge and I might just dive in.
The Heat making a switch here. Heroes checked in. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lopez.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Bucks on defense. Here's Nunn. Passes it to Hero. Shot clock at 6. Jones trying to get open. They retain possession. Here's none. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Giannis against Jones. And stolen by Butler. Here's Hero. Buries the corner three. Hero's got 5 now.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
Bucks passing it around. Here's Giannis. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Pass to Lopez. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Here's none. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Giannis with the ball. Butler against Middleton, and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Here are the top rebounders over the last month. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
The Heat trail by 19. Here's none. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And they get it back. Pass to Hero. Fires for 3. The shot misses. And Milwaukee the other way now. And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Milwaukee the rebound. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Hero. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Wesley Matthews picks one up. The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And the Bucks with some changes. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Matthews. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Bucks leading by 19 points. Bledsoe passes to DiVincenzo. Bledsoe against Dragic. Shots good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 12 points in the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 6. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Olynyk. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Olynyk's got his first points of the night. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Bucks. They have a 19-point lead. 1:30 left in the first half of the game. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Not this time. Dragic finds Iguodala. Olynyk with it. Here's Hero. 7 points in the game. Now the pass to Dragic. And the three ball is good. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, he did not think twice. Firing away, Dragic knocks down and sinks the three ball.
Passes to Giannis. Back to Bledsoe. Fires from deep. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got 4 assists in the game. Bledsoe against Dragic. The shot comes out. Good D by Bledsoe. Pass to Connaughton. Floats it up for Giannis. Oh!
Grab it out of that.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. No good from Dragic. Milwaukee leading by 21. Pass to DiVincenzo. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
The game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
They need this. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, your guys have been able to limit their scoring. How have you done that?
Well, I think our activity, hopefully, in the pick and rolls is making it difficult on them, contesting every shot, denying just our activity in general.
High hands and quick feet. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 28 points, 5 assists, and 1 block. He's clearly shaken off his mediocre performance from their last game as he has been dominant in the first half tonight. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
We're seeing the Giannis effect. First player to ever finish in the top 20 in all 5 major statistical categories. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? It doesn't speak for his overall impact, but I just want to tell you, that's impressive.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wings. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Here's Nunn after Eric Bledsoe's score. Kicks to Butler. The pass to Adebayo. Here's Nunn. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now, here's Butler. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Knocks it loose. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Friday, the New York Knicks come to town, tipping off a homestand for them. Then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And for that game against the Bulls, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Nunn passes to Robinson. Butler against Giannis. Over Bledsoe, and Butler gets it to go. Butler's got 8 points.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
And here is Lopez. He's got 5. Kept alive. Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Nunn after the basket by Milwaukee. That one drops for him. He has 6.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Miami ball.
Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You take a look at the Bucks. They've continued to play strong basketball, not utterly dominant as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. Milwaukee. And then for Miami, Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Adebayo. And Jay Crowder's subbed in for Jones. Robinson down low. He's covered by Matthews. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, you go in there weak like that, and a guy like Giannis with his length is going to throw it away.
And Hill has it in the corner. Back to Giannis. Giannis is double. Butler against Hill. Shoots the 3. And no good that time. And it's Miami the other way. Outside Crowder. Pass to Nunn. Outside Robinson. 6 to shoot. Left block shot on the way. Good on the jump shot. Milwaukee's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Outside Matthews. Back to Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. The Bucks working the ball around. Hill, no good.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but they can make this lead hold up. He can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And it's really easy to appreciate Butler. I mean, especially how he just fends off contact on those difficult attempts.
Matthews finds Middleton. And they double up Giannis. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the Heat now. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Bucks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Line for your Bucks, Wesley Matthews. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Matthews. A different look for Milwaukee. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Korver in for Chris Middleton. Both free throws good from Matthews. Heat have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Nunn. He has 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
The first free throw is good. And bird right's an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the coach.
Yeah, still possessing the athleticism. Williams is sensational at finding ways to throw it down.
Here's Nunn. He's got 8. Dishes it to Robinson. Outside Crowder. Clock at 6. Goes up on the wing. And too long on the shot.
He wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
And it's Hill penetrating. It's hauled in by the Heat. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Robinson. Matthews with the rebound.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Now here's Korver. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Lopez. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the inside. Here's Nunn. Good D by Williams.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's Williams. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Matthews, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And here's a look at the stats for Hill, breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's averaging 8 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good. Matthews. And the Bucks with some changes. Ilyasova comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for George Hill. And so he makes both from the line.
impeccable from the line since halftime.
Heat shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And all the skill used on that crossover, you might want to save a little bit for the finish. Unable to convert there.
Now here's Lopez. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Dragic. And the rejection by Iguodala. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Crowder with the ball. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Milwaukee's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Dragic. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. He dishes it to Matthews. Off his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. Here's DiVincenzo, and the Bucks miss again.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Milwaukee's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight, 50% exactly. Over to the left wing. Elbow shot. Count that one. DiVincenzo's got his third bucket of the night.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Outside Dragic. Now Iguodala. Back to Dragic. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
Now here's Dragic, 11 points in the game.
A wonderful look from Dragic, who nicely set up one of his guys for a great look.
The Bucks shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. DiVincenzo passes to Ilyasova. Here's Connaughton. Shot clock at 6. Ripped away. Here's Iguodala. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
Iguodala is such a tough cover, very physical, and uses his body well that time to get the foul.
The Heat have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
2.
And the first one drops.
Iguodala's leadership is really unsurpassed. Steve Kerr calling him the adult in the room. His teammates definitely listen and respect all things that he offers up.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in. The Heat also with a sub. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Jay Crowder. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bledsoe's got 4 points this quarter.
Look, it's nice to be a tough, small guy in this league. If you're built like Eric Bledsoe, the contact, no effect.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 11. Now the dish to Olynyk. Just 5 on the clock. Good.
Kelly Olynyk.
Milwaukee's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. DiVincenzo passes to Ilyasova. We've got 1:28 left in the third. Bledsoe against Dragic. Shots good by Bledsoe.
How about the physique of Eric Bledsoe there? Terrific at sticking it to the defense even when he gets pinballed around a bit.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Dragic against Bledsoe. Dragic, the pass to Olynyk. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now a chance to go to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA to see the leading three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Heat.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Relax on the first.
And that one falls for Olynyk. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. The Heat also with a sub. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Hero. And so Olynyk nails both of them. The Bucks shooting 42% from the field here in the third. To the paint, here's Ilyasova. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, and Olynyk up and down at the free throw line early in his career, but with his touch, he's bound to become more consistent.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
First free throw is good. And so Olynyk nails both of them. Here's Bledsoe. He's got 21. Pass to Giannis. Adebayo against Bledsoe. And there's the pass to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. No good from 18. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Iguodala, the pass to Jones. He kicks it to Olynyk. Passes it to Dragic. Iguodala outside. Drills the three-pointer. Iguodala's got 8.
Well, Iguodala's setting up, getting that good, strong base. He becomes a much better shooter when he does that.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Heat, Jones is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dragic, and it's Iguodala in at the shooting guard position.
Nice job by Dragic threading the needle. A difficult cover in these pick-and-roll sets.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's covered by Iguodala. Lopez, no luck.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
It's stolen. 4-on-3 break. Here's Giannis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Giannis has got 36.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Adebayo throws it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
A great floor awareness as Antetokounmpo has a sense for when the D has overcommitted or shifted his way, and then he finds where his teammate is open on the floor.
Iguodala against Bledsoe. Butler in the corner. No good on the three.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Iguodala kicks to Butler. Inside, Lopez with the steal. Here's DiVincenzo. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Butler. Miami no good on that time either.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Marvin Williams has checked in for Lopez. Sterling Brown comes in for Chris Middleton. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw no good for Giannis. Brent, obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
The first one falls. Well, Greg, this is the 15th season for the veteran Marvin Williams, a former number 2 overall pick back in 2005.
And even though he has never been an all-star, Williams has always been a contributor to teams. Still can give you good rebounding and scoring in a variety of roles.
And Williams drops them both.
Well, what you like about Williams is how he's changed his game over time. Now he's a fantastic stretch 4 in this league.
Nunn passes to Hill from deep three-point range, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Here's Hill. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap, overspending, and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you had for me, was it a deterrent? Right now, I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Nunn passes to Butler. The feed to Leonard. Over Hill, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, he can be a good finisher at times in the paint. Leonard with the size and length to do more of this.
Giannis passes to Hill. Floats it up for Giannis. The shot off that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Yo, Shajibo!
On the wing, Williams. Bucks passing it around. Outside, Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Antetokounmpo's got 42 in the game.
That's attacking the rack. Antetokounmpo on the take and muscled his way in.
Here's Nunn. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Mm-hmm. Kicks it to Hill. Dishes to Butler. Shot on the wing. Rebounded by the Bucks. Korver gets a wide open look. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Butler. To halt the run. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Miami's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You just can't fall for Butler's shot fake. Once he has you up in the air, he is really skilled at drawing the foul.
Taking 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. Brett, many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there that
I don't want to get into the specifics
okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career. as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. Heroes checked in for Butler. He's perfect from the line this time. Hill with it. The pass to Lopez. Outside Corver. Passes it to Hill. Lopez outside. It's back to Hill. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, he weasels his way to the inside there, and that little breathing room, that helped George Hill to score.
And Miami shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Here's Hero. The kick out to Hill. Puts up a 3. Miami keeps it going. A new 14-second clock. Count that one.
A hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Outside Hill. Pass to Lopez. Brent, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
And he makes the first.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Kyle Korver. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Connaughton, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about
it. Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Hill. Right side Leonard. Here's Silva, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Outside Hill. And he lays it straight in.
The long strides of George Hill helping him gain some ground to take advantage of, and slices to the rim and scores.
Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Hill. Nunn passes to Hill. Connects from three-point range.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
On the wing, Hill. Brown finds Lopez. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Alberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Here's none. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Hill. Bucks shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bucks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis.
Not sure what else the coaching staff could ask for. He contributed in every facet of the game tonight, racking up a triple-double.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They poured it on tonight, dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.